Hi everyone, welcome to class number 2 of your post-pregnancy Pilates class. So the first class we mainly focused on our pelvic floor, and throughout Pilates that's all we really focus on while we're doing movements, but I'm hoping that you've got your pelvic floor exercises down packed enough to go on to this class. So this class here we're going to be focusing on legs and working through the spine and still working through our pelvic floor. So all you're going to need for this class is a mat, yourself, and let's get started. Okay, so let's start by lying down on our backs with our knees and feet hip distance apart. Take your time as you come down. Shoulders are down, neck is nice and long. So our hands are going to come down by our side and our spine's in neutral. So just bring yourself to your neutral spine, find it there, shoulders down. So let's just take a few big deep breaths here, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just letting go. Bring yourself to your body here. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time, making sure you're breathing into the rib cage and not to the belly. Breathe in and out. All right, just soften yourself into the mat. We're going to tuck the pubic bone in towards the belly button. So I want you to lift the tailbone off the mat as you do this, and then breathe out, releasing, and then bring yourself back to a neutral spine. So a nice small movement here. So a little stretch through the spine, tuck the tailbone under, inhale, squeeze a tiny bit through the buttocks now, and then exhale, release, come down to your neutral spine. One more time, inhale, and exhale, release. Now we're going to do it again, but we're going to overarch the back. So you're going to tuck the pubic bone in towards the belly button. Inhale, lift that tailbone up, and then exhale, really overarching the back. Inhale, scoop through the belly. Let's bring that pelvic floor in if you already haven't, squeezing through the buttocks now. And exhale, overarching, getting some movement through the spine. One more time, deep breath in, engage. Squeeze that buttocks, and then exhale, lower back down. Come all the way to a neutral spine, and we're going to stay here. So from this position, we're just going to always come back down to our neutral spine. We're going into pelvic curls, so still moving through the spine and tucking under, but now doing a lot more glute work and pelvic floor work. So tuck the pubic bone in towards the belly button, squeeze through the buttocks, slowly start rolling up one vertebrae at a time, all the way till you reach the top, coming up onto the shoulder blades, not onto the neck, and try and have a nice long line with the shoulder, hip, and knee. Inhale at the top, scoop through the belly, and then as you exhale, we're going to slowly start rolling back down, keeping that tailbone tucked under, all the way till you reach the bottom to your neutral spine. Breathe in at the bottom, reset your core, exhale. Press up, keep the knees in line with the hips, try not to roll the knees in, and try and really squeeze through the buttocks, pressing up nice and high here. Inhale at the top, so we're slowing the movement down, getting those activations. Exhale, let's just go down one vertebrae at a time, all the way till we reach the bottom. Shoulders down, neck is long. Inhale. Exhale, press, lift, but nice and slow, being gentle. Scoop, engage your pelvic floor, and then exhale, come back down. So it's an inhale at the bottom, inhale at the top, and as you inhale, just think about resetting your pelvic floor, resetting your abdominals, and using the breath out to curl up and down. Having that nice long line with the shoulder, hip, and knee at the top. It's okay if you can't get there. You'll work towards it. 3 more. Feeling that beautiful stretch through the spine, the nice engagement through the buttocks. You just want to be engaging as much as you can through the buttocks, the whole movement. It's okay if it lets go at the bottom. That's absolutely normal and fine. But just try and squeeze and maintain that glute activation as much as you can. Okay, last one, let's go all the way up to the top. Hold it here. Once you get here, make sure the hips stay in line with each other so one doesn't drop. If it does, you really need to try and press through that heel of that leg. Breathe in at the top, engage through your core, and as you exhale, you're just going to open the knees outwards. Inhale, come back. Exhale, open. So try not to drop the hips as you open. That's the challenge. That'll get you to really maintain that glute work. Keep the shoulders down, your neck's nice and long. We've got 7 to go. Keep squeezing through the buttocks so you're not working through that lower back, you're strengthening it. Last 4. Exhale, open, inhale to come back. Now this last one, you're just going to keep the knees out, tiny pulses. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep squeezing that buttocks, keep pressing up through the heels. Nice big deep breaths. Remember, we're breathing into the rib cage, we're not breathing into the belly. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the knees back in line with the hips. We're just going to slowly start curling down 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way till you reach the bottom. Bring the knees in and release your lower back. Well done. All right, let's go a little bit further and harder now. We're just going to bring the legs out a little bit towards the edge of the mat and bring the feet together. So the big toes stay down on the mat. Open the knees out so that the knees are in line with the hips. We're going to focus on hamstrings here as well as glutes. So hands are going to come back down, our spine's in neutral. That same spinal movement is what we're going to do. Now you might feel that you can't come up as high, and that's okay. Keep squeezing through the buttocks. If it is hurting your lower back, you can bring the feet closer to the buttocks, okay? So just making sure that you're not feeling any pain through your back. You should just be feeling your muscles working. Okay, so keep the knees in line with the hips as we tuck the tailbone under. Breathe in, reset your core. And as you exhale, let's slowly start curling all the way up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, curl all the way back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Releasing the buttocks at the bottom, tailbone down. Okay, so notice how you haven't come up as high. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out, press and lift. You should be feeling it more through the back of the legs here than what you did with your pelvic curl. You can adjust your feet too. You can bring them closer or further away depending on where you're feeling it or how you want to feel it. 3 more. And 2, really using each time to come up to really engage through the pelvic floor. So you're really trying to stop yourself from going to the toilet, that feeling, and lifting up through the pelvic floor. This last one, let's come up all the way up to the top. Hold it here. Now we're going to try and squeeze the knees together, and it's okay if you can't, but just try and squeeze them together. So we're working those inner thighs now, and then open them back out, but just in line with the hips. So you're squeezing, inhale, and exhale, open. So nice and slow with the breath. Inhale, close, squeeze the buttocks, lift up through the pelvic floor. Exhale, open. 5 more. Keep the big toes down on the mat. And 4, nice and slow. Take breaks, lower down if you need to. And 3, 2. Now this last one, squeeze, open out as wide as you can with keeping the big toes down, and then just do tiny little butterflies outwards. This is really good for pelvis stability, so try and keep that pelvis as still as possible as you're doing this, squeezing through those buttocks, squeezing through the glutes. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring the knees back in line with the hips. Slowly curl down 1 vertebrae at a time. And then hug those knees in nice and close to the chest. Well done. All right, let's lie on our side. We're just going to do a few clams on each side and then we'll finish. So you want to have a nice long line with your hand, shoulder, hip and feet. So your knees are bent. Lower the head down so you're just nice and relaxed through the upper body. Your hand can go in front or on your hip, whatever feels good for you. Squeeze the heels together and breathe in. And as you breathe out, just open the knee. Inhale, lower, exhale, open. So just continually squeezing the heels together and squeezing the glutes. You'll find that if you place your hand on your hip, you might get a bit more abdominal work, so you'll feel that you've got to really hold your balance. If that's too hard for you, you're just not there yet, just bring the hand in front. Make sure the shoulder blade stays down and back, your chin's tucked in, and ideally you want to be looking straight ahead. You can look at the video, but just look, make sure your head's pointed straight ahead. Just 5 to go. 4. Try not to rotate the hip back as you open up, so the hips stay in line with each other. Last one. Good work. Now lift the feet up so the knees stay down. It might feel a bit strange if you've never done this before, but the feet just come straight up with the knees down. So squeeze the heels together. Inhale, exhale, open. So we're just doing our clam with the feet up. Inhale, close. So if it's too hard, just keep going with the feet down. 7 to go. And 6, keep squeezing those glutes. Don't rotate the hips back. Last 3, 2, last one, hold it up, tiny pulses up. So now you're just butterflying that top leg away. Good work. Try not to rock through the body, so strong engagement here. Keep thinking about your breath. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest down. Well done. All right, we're going to do the other side. So slowly just come up, take your time, and lower down. Alignment, hand in line with the shoulder, shoulder and hip and feet all in line with each other. Knees are bent, heels are squeezed together, hands either in front or on your hip. Breathe in, reset your core, breathe out, open that top knee. Inhale, lower, exhale, open. So you really want to squeeze those glutes. We've got 7 to go. Keep those heels together. Last 5 and 4. 2, last 1. Now you can either keep the feet down or lift them up. Breathe in, breathe out, open. So you'll get a bit more range of movement here. 8 to go. 7 and 6, and you're also working that bottom glute as well as the top. Keep the hips pointed straight. Last 3, 2, last 1, hold it up, tiny pulses. So again, just butterflying that knee out. Big deep breath, so try not to hold your breath here, and squeeze the heels even harder together. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gently lower down. Good work. Let's finish on a stretch. So we're going to come to a seated position. Nice and long legs here. You can either squeeze the feet together or open them up to being in line with the hips. It's up to you. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, just lower down towards the feet. If you can touch your toes, that's great. Two more breaths. Crawl the fingertips down even more on the exhale. You can bend the knees a little bit if it's too much or too intense for you. And then inhale, come all the way up. Bring the feet together, butterfly the legs out. Take a nice inhale. You can either press your hands down on the knees to press the knees down, or you can hold on to the ankles and lower the elbows down, lowering the chest down towards the feet. So try not to round here. You're thinking about lowering the chest and you're not rounding. You're opening up, lengthening. Big deep breath in, slowly come all the way up. Well done on your second class. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to reach out to us. I love to make these videos nice and quick for you. They're quick, they're effective. You can get them done around the baby, hopefully. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and I'll see you for the next one.